Hello, everybody, and welcome to M&P Variety. I wanted to take a few steps back and talk about the inspiration for a hydroponic system to grow African vegetables in Minnesota. As you guys will see, this history really came about out of a necessity. We moved to our new house last year, and our boundary was lined by many pine trees. As you might know, this type of environment and soil is really not favorable for planting. As you can see, I started planting in ground very late in the planting season. I started my seedlings in late May, and in June I purchased a hydroponic machine from a lady who complained that her machine was producing too much for one person and she lived alone. So she had two towers and she sold me one of them for a very great price, I will have to say. Fast forward to July, I transplanted what I had in ground once my seedlings showed their true leaves. So I added them to the hydroponic machine. And some of the vegetables in the garden were really underperforming and they were showing signs of yellowing and very slow growth. And so despite the fact that my kids were really helping me to water these vegetables day and night, it really was not doing well. The plants really were not doing well. So I took the worst ones, washed off all the soil, and inserted the roots into the hydroponic machine. I saw that after the transplant, the veggies in the hydroponic machine were really thriving. I first added only one kind of vegetable, and then I added different ones to see how they would turn out. And so once I had my first true harvest, I then harvested every 2 weeks thereafter. In September 2023, M&P Variety was born, and it was born because we wanted to share our journey of growing African vegetables in the hydroponic machine with all of you. Many people have asked me why I started soilless gardening. And besides the story that I just shared with you, I think there is a deeper reason, one that really speaks to the following four concepts, and that is plant-based options, where I don't think I know anybody who does not talk frequently about eating healthy. The second concept is maintaining and preservation of culture. So as someone who left my homeland a very long time ago, and as a foodie, I really I think that having access to cultural meals in homes which are far away from home is, I think, not a priority for me alone. I think many of you might be watching this today because you feel the same. The next concept is water conservation. As we talk about climate change and brainstorming on ways to keep our environment safe and useful for our next generation, we really cannot help but feel that we are helping as contributing members of our society by saving water. And water really is a resource that comes very easily to some of us, and to others, um, they can spend weeks without clean, flowing tap water in their homes. And lastly, efficiency and effectiveness, which really may help to increase the educational and financial benefits to really positively impact social determinants of health. And so, with the two E's, efficiency and effectiveness, one can really direct their time to other important family priorities. So let's talk a minute about some techniques that can help to address the concepts we just reviewed. The first one I have tried is hydroponics. This is really basically a soilless system where water and nutrients are circulated by an electric pump that's housed in the interior part of the tower. So typically a water reservoir is also needed in addition to the pump. The second way to plant vegetables is the container that houses soil and nutrients. And the nutrients are needed because the plant root system will not be able to tap into the nutrients from the ground. And so you, the gardener, you will have to supplement the potted soil if you have your vegetables in a container. So Kratky is another soilless method. So with the Kratky system, the big difference is that um, electricity is not used. You simply put water in a bucket, add your nutrients, and let it sit. And so when evaporation occurs, you may have to add some more water and of course more nutrients as time goes by to keep your plants growing. You also have to prevent light from entering the bucket so that algae does not grow in the bucket or on your plants. And the last technique is aquaponics. And so this is a system or a technique that I have not tried yet. But aquaponics involves using the water from the fish environment to water your vegetables. So the environment would typically consist of waste products that will come from the fish and benefit plant growth. So like I said, I've not yet experimented with this, but if given the opportunity, I'm really willing to try. I'm proud to say that I have firsthand experience in growing our first vegetable that you see here, huckleberry, in a hydroponic machine. So huckleberry is widely consumed in West, Central, and East Africa. And according to a 2018 study from a journal called Nutrients, um, wherever you grow huckleberry, whether it's in a greenhouse or an open field, huckleberry has a lot of health benefits. And so the presence of phytochemicals really indicates that huckleberry has anti-cancer and antioxidant activity or properties. It is rich in protein and iron and ascorbic acid as well as riboflavin. I also want you guys to know that in this study from 2018, it indicated that cooking was really shown to increase the antioxidant capacity in this vegetable called huckleberry. The second vegetable that I'll talk about is called sweet bitter leaf. The leaves of this vegetable are shown to have antiparasitic and platelet anti-aggregating properties. This vegetable contains lots of minerals, vitamins like beta carotene, vitamin E, folic acid, vitamin C, calcium, iron, as well as protein. I also found a 2020 article that said bitter leaf is traditionally used to treat wounds and it has a lot of anti-cancer properties. It's used to treat fevers and it has a lot of benefits for the GI system. A pro tip that I want to leave you guys with is that sweet bitter leaf does better when it's propagated from seeds rather than from stems. The last vegetable which I grew in my hydroponic machine is packed full of nutrients as well. It is widely consumed in Africa, Asia, and the Caribbean. It's very high in vitamin C, which may help to protect the immune system. It's high in vitamin A, which may be helpful for eye health. It is a good source of dietary fiber, both soluble and insoluble forms. And it has a high mineral content as well, and you can find iron is abundant in this vegetable. A 2017 article by Peter and Gandhi maintained that the roots of amaranth may really help to protect the liver, and that the leaves may have anti-cancer properties as well. Another article from the Journal of Herbal Medicine investigated the consumption patterns, the attitudes, and the perceptions of common medicinal food plants. The study indicated that about 40% of participants thought that amaranth was helpful in treating ailments related to women's health. Additionally, a 2020 article researched 13 antibacterial dietary plants and noted that it is traditionally used for intestinal bleeding, to help with diarrhea and excessive menstruation. This article also cited the antibacterial properties and high antioxidant activities as well. See our first harvest. See the root structure we captured with the Kratky method. I think it's just so clean. It's just so magnificent. And until I started doing hydroponics, I had never seen anything like this before in my life. I want you guys to take a good look at the hydroponic tower that grew the 3 different vegetables we just talked about. And we did this all at the same time. And so with such great success, I really had to prepare many meals like this one that you're seeing for my family. This picture really captures or features the sweet bitter leaf that I prepared as the main star, and we accompanied that the vegetables with oatmeal fufu. With this wonderful harvest of nutrient-rich vegetables showing many health benefits, we really had to share with our family and friends, and so M&P Variety channel was born. I'm leaving you today with a few gardening self-care tips to really get you started on your journey of discovery and well-being. When you're in your garden, you'll be able to move your body. You'll be able to eat wholesome foods from your garden. Drinking more water is going to really help you to digest your food well. Getting enough sleep is important because it will allow you to be restful and wake up the next day to finish up things in your backyard. Setting goals of what you want to do the next day to accomplish tasks in your garden or in your healthy eating journey. Spend time with loved ones is so important. I frequently do gardening with my kids and my husband, and I really encourage you to do your gardening with those you care about. Our future videos will have more in-depth content with unique perspectives. For example, if I would have said, we'll talk about growing food, I wonder how many of you would have thought about hydroponics or Kratky or aquaponics. And so these are all innovative ways of growing vegetables for our household. I want us to really understand that using food as medicine by providing healthier options can really improve our health. And so in general, we will address topics to help you become a more informed and healthier consumer. Thank you all for watching. Please comment, like, share, subscribe, and stay tuned for more videos. In gratitude, M&P Variety.